Hello, I am John Theissen Jr., the writer, director, producer of films such as The Punishment Tapes and Ketchup on Waffles, of course. And today I am joined by the writer, director, and producer of the film Chum, is a film I also produced, Rob Rappa. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Rob and I have been friends for a long time. We used to get in trouble a lot, throughout school. And so when we kind of like reconnected for Ketchup on Waffles, it was great. It like re-sparked like our friendship and everything, I feel like. Wouldn't you say the same probably? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you don't know this, Rob um was in Ketchup and Waffles. He plays the Blue. And it was your first acting gig. Like it was the first time you were
Yeah.
actually in a film.
First one with lines. Yep. First like real acting thing.
Yeah, besides like one that we made in like the woods in high school,
Yeah, yeah.
like that, or like film class.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I'm happy to finally say that Chum is coming out. I think like it was like what was it, like a week or two before I got the news that Chum was gonna get distributed that we were kind of like debating on whether we should just put it on YouTube or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were kind of on our last hopes a little bit, just like seeing what we could do with it. We went through the festival circuit a little bit,
Hmm.
had a little some small wins there, and yeah, so then we once you guys got cranked up for Ketchup on Waffles, that kind of opened the door
Definitely.
for Chum.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so happy when Phil from Cranked Up, he called me up and he said "Hey, listen, like, we kind of want to have Curbed, your film Curbed as well, and Chum a part of Cranked Up and to be released and Cranked Up within the next couple months as well as Punishment Tapes too." And I remember getting so excited to tell you because I
Yeah,
we were literally on like our last hope. Like we were like, where the fuck is this gonna go? Like, because there's not
yeah,
like that's the thing with like Ketchup, Punishment Tapes, and Chum is that films don't look like this anymore. Grindhouse cinema isn't what it used to be, you
hmm,
know? And I think we kind of like resparked that and bringing back, resurrecting these dirty, grimy ass, white trashy films.
hell yeah.
And yeah, like I think Cranked Up is just such like a great place for that because of just like, their other, films in the volume that they have are all very just wild. And I think, Chum, Punishment Tapes, and Ketchup are just like so fitting for that.
Oh yeah, they definitely fit the aesthetic for it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna ask you some questions here. Where does Chum come from? Like, where did this idea like spark?
Well, this idea kind of came from like having like the character Randy came from having a friend that was like obsessed with fish and he was stealing fish, and then that's like where the idea started. I was like, I have this and I kind of want to put that into a movie, something like Rumblefish esque
Yeah.
and Repo Man a little bit vibes. And
Hmm.
I also like wanted to do something with all the musicians that I know, like have their music in it, and just something really punk and gritty,
Right.
and like that same style, like you were just talking about, like the raw style,
Yeah.
because that's what we love.
Yeah, that is what we love. We love it raw. Um, yeah, so I think when you first like came to me with the idea, it's so funny. It's so funny because I remember you would tell me this like story idea and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like there's these roadies, there's all these characters and stuff like that. And I remember being like, let's fucking do this. I mean, it sounded crazy from the get-go. Like it sounded like a wild kind of unhinged. Just it just felt like it was so you, like in your language and
Mhm.
your humor, you know. Um, there was some you said some influences like Repo Man and Rumblefish and
Mhm.
of course those kind of films, but you suggested a film to me. It was Deadbeat at Dawn. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the film that really stuck out to me, and I'm glad I watched that before we went into like full production on this because I
Mhm.
was like, okay, this is like kind of what we're kind of going for here.
Yeah. Right.
There's definitely more comedy in Chum, and I think that's to the film's favor, but I really feel like this is like some Jim Van Bieber shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely set out to like kind of make it look like that, like,
Hmm.
and think we use like the same scale for it too, right? The
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's very it's so punk like like Chum is so punk, and it's dirty like I think at the screening that we had at the double feature that we did back in February, Punishment Tapes and Chum, I said this movie is so nasty, and you get that from like the first 5 minutes. Like you got dumpster diving, sewer fights like within like the first like 5 minutes of the movie.
You can yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and puke too. That was fucking nasty. I don't wanna go too much into like the story details because like people really have to see this movie just to like experience it, and I don't want to like spoil too much. And I don't know if this is gonna come out after or before, but yeah, I mean it's like it is very nauseating in the sense of like how it looks, and like these characters are really gross.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Characters are really gross. And we are like, I get a lot of flack from being like, edgy, too edgy, and being like a fucking edgelord or whatever, but we do go pretty edgy with it too. And, it's not like playing anything safe. Like the humor is pretty like, offensive and stuff. And I remember
Sure.
I remember like you and I had discussions like throughout the film, and I was like, dude, I don't know, this
Yeah,
movie's
yeah.
going too far and stuff, but yeah,
Definitely cut
no.
some stuff out of it. That was a little
It was a little much, especially from my character Tex, and I kind of blame myself for that because a lot of my character was so improv and so like wild.
yeah.
like like the guy is a real loose cannon.
Yeah,
Um,
he's like that classic 80s trope, your character, just like the
yeah.
bad guy, just over the top, like on something, you know?
Yeah, yeah, the guy's a big like meth head. Like you like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I always kind of like approach each scene that I was as Tex as being like, okay, like did Tex just do like some meth before this scene? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I went into it. And I think out of all the characters I played, and I played, a significant amount of kind of wild characters, like
Yeah.
all my characters are like really fucking damaged people or like whatever. I think Tex was like the most fun I had playing a character. You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember there's like one scene where I like sing a song that I
Oh,
that was completely improv, and
mhm.
and I think that's like when I realized I was like, oh, I think this is like my best work so far. I was like, this shit fucking rules.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I
Couldn't keep
remember
it together for that. It was so funny.
literally no, yeah. I remember your brother was acting alongside with me
Yeah.
in that scene, and I remember looking at your brother's face, and him trying to keep a straight face was like breaking me. And so we just had
Yeah.
like 1,000 different takes of me just like breaking singing that song. Um but yeah, I mean, getting to like the music of the film. The music is like so good. You
Yeah.
know, I remember when you and I were editing the movie, we were like singing the tunes, like
Yeah.
yeah, we were having like a great time, just listening to music and editing all the scenes with the music. Who did the music? Like for those who don't know, like who is, I
So
know
we
I did a track here, but
yeah,
who?
you did a couple tracks, of course. Steve Salerno did uh the intro track and another track with when the bunny girl was running around.
Hmm.
Um, Will Latanzio did a couple tracks. He did the fish track and a bunch of other stuff. I think I did a couple.
Yeah.
I did at least one. Um,
The fish track, you mean the pet shop scene?
yeah, the pet shop scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was great. I love
yeah.
that.
So we had a good group of people making all types of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Will and Steve really fucking killed it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my favorite track's the opening track for sure. It's just the epitome. It's the theme song.
Yeah,
So
it is. Yeah, we had to like use it like
mhm.
once or twice. It's
Yeah,
so good. It just really captures the essence of the movie perfectly,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's the energy of it is great. Like I would love to have you have to have Steve back for another movie. Like whatever
Yeah,
next, like you have to bring Steve back. And so Will was great too. Will did some of the music for Curbed
yeah,
as well. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. He did
Or
some dope shit and Curbed.
yeah, you did a lot of. Did you do anything in Curbed?
Yeah, I did a lot of tracks in Curbed.
Yeah, that's right. You did more so in Curbed than you did Chum.
Yeah, I think I only did one or two in Chum, but I think I did like four or five in Curbed.
Yeah.
Like all, yeah.
That's mainly you, I think, in Curbed. I think that's mainly your music in Curbed. I only did one track in Curbed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Will just did the beginning, and
Yeah,
yeah, it was
it's
us
great.
three.
It's great. My two favorite tracks, aside from the opening, in Chum, is Cars. I got a brand new
Yeah,
car. Like I
that's
love
Steve
that.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a great one.
Steve killed it. The
Yeah,
vocals are great. Like I love the vocals in it. That and the pet shop scene.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember we were kind of like speculating on how we were gonna do that or whatever. Um
yeah.
and
That took a little bit. That was like one of the last songs to come together, because
yeah,
I wanted a specific thing and it wasn't hitting, and then we finally got it with Will playing the guitar, and it just sounded perfect
it's
over the
perfect.
fit that shot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh yeah, so the actors. So, you obviously returned to acting in this. You acted and directed in it, but
Mhm.
and so did I. I play the villain of this movie. We also have Craig Haney who plays River, who plays the other bad guy in this movie, and then we have my cousin Billy who was asked to be in it.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. So I'm gonna tell the story from my perspective real quick.
Yeah.
Uh, it was after the first Ketchup on Waffles screening, and we went into Manhattan after the screening, and we're all just partying. We're all like fucked up. We're all, like high on whatever. And out of nowhere, Billy comes up to me and Billy's like, "Yo, I'm so fucking psyched right now." And I was like, "Why? What happened?" He goes, "Rob just asked me to be in this movie." And I was like, "Oh shit, sick." I was like, "Hell yeah." Um, yeah, so that was pretty awesome to, act alongside my cousin, and I'm kind of appreciative that you asked him to be in that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was dope. How like what made you like in that moment go up to Billy and be like, "Hey, I want you to play Randy." Like was it like a fucked up decision or like, a drunken decision or be
Oh
like, "This
no,
guy would
yeah.
be great," you know?
I was thinking about it. Because at the time, um, I think I only met Billy a few times,
Mhm.
but I saw, damn, this is sad, and I
Yeah,
know he can act, and I was like kind of having trouble of who would play Randy and who would play Filthy.
right.
And at first, it was all over the place. I was thinking of so many different people to
Yeah.
play it, but I was thinking that it would be really cool to get a Theissen and a Rappa as the main guys, and it was
Fuck yeah.
going to be my brother and your
Mhm.
cousin, and
That's
then
perfect.
just some scheduling. Um, you know, he didn't want to do the main character, so James became Donnie,
Mhm.
and I stepped up to the plate, and Yeah, so I just thought Billy would be great as it. Um, yeah, and he was great. He was funny as fuck. And
He's so funny in it.
yeah.
I was it was just it made like me look forward to filming Chum like
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day.
that's awesome.
Like
Yeah.
because like it was like meeting up and then like with everybody and we'll see like our usual people who are on set with us like Danny, Craig, and then all of a sudden you'll see my fucking cousin coming out of like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of fun to play
Oh,
him. It was funny like beating the shit out of him in the sewer, like me and him, like
yeah, yeah. Seeing you guys like on opposite like sides was just like it worked so well,
yeah.
like you
Yeah, it's
know.
very much our dynamic in real life too. Just like cursing each other out and stuff. No, but that was great. That was a good time. And there's like all these other just, I don't want to like be disrespectful here, but like there's all these other random people in this movie. Like, like there's
Yeah.
people like I had no idea who any of these guys were. Like I remember we showed up to set one day and then there was like all these guys and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And they're just in the movie. Like Jack Gantic, all of a sudden, like we were
Oh
filming.
yeah.
So we were filming the finale, like the last like 20 minutes, and one person, this really tall man is walking past, and Rob goes up to him, and Rob asks him to be in the movie, and he really made that like kind of
Oh yeah.
ending. Yeah,
He
it's
came
great.
through.
Yeah,
He
and
came through.
yeah, he
We
came
were,
through
we were
hard.
down a guy that day also, and
Yeah.
he made up for it. And yeah, that was just a blessing. Me and him were wearing the same jacket, and it
Mhm.
was just like, what the hell? This guy needs to be in the movie. He looks like he would be in the Chum world.
Yeah, yeah, no, that is 100% a guy who just jumped out of the Chum world into our
Yeah.
world. It was really crazy. We see this guy walking and we're like, oh, look at this guy. He's so tall. Like, and we were filming this in like a random Long Island park. And Rob, I see you like running up to him and be like, "Hey, you want to be in the movie?" And he like stayed with us for a few hours filming. I was like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like this guy's fucking awesome.
yeah,
And he really did come through hard. Like I don't want to give anything away, but like his scenes are great. It's great.
yeah, yeah.
And his like delivery of like his lines and everything that we were just coming up with on the spot was really great. But there's performances that are just so unhinged in this movie and like so like kind of up and down in the sense of like you have like one character who comes off like as very like mellow and then the character opposite to him is like just bouncing off the walls insane. And like the dynamics in this movie are fucking great. Like it's so crazy. And like it's a 30-page script. Um
Mhm.
like what? It's 30 pages, would you say?
And maybe even less.
Yeah. But
Yeah, around there.
I think it was like 20 to 30 and
Yeah.
we just did so much improv and like all these actors were just like, yeah, just just have fun with it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had our little like lines, and we would just like bounce around it, kind of just
Yeah.
like take what we needed from it to keep the story going. And like your character, like there was a lot of profanity in the script,
Yeah.
and you channeled that like in the movie too,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just made it even more. And it's just
Yeah, I like amped it up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um there was a good deal of actors who also came back from like Ketchup at the time.
yeah,
Sarissa has a small role. My favorite role in this entire film is Rachel. San Pietro's role is as
yeah.
Sister
Great.
Rachel. Fucking great. I was legitimately scared filming that off the street.
Yeah,
You know? Her character is phenomenal. That's one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite moments in the movie. It's so funny. I remember when you weren't there, we were at like a festival. It was like more like a showcase of just like movies that were coming out and that had been out. And we showed off the trailer for Chum at this showcase, and people were cracking up at the trailer and they like literally exploded into laughter and just couldn't stop talking about the Chum trailer.
Yeah, that made
Specifically,
my night when you
yeah,
told me that.
yeah, specifically at Rachel's final, like, scene where
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, I bet your daddy sucks your mama's dick," or like something like that,
yeah,
like people lost it in the theater. It was like 40 people in this like little theater, and we were pretty cramped, and people just fucking lost it. It was great. Um, yeah, so that's another thing I kind of wanted to get into here is the locations. The locations are pretty crazy, It's big
went into
shout
the
out to,
depths of Brooklyn and
yeah,
Long Island.
yeah, like the alleyways of Long Island and then just like really bumfuck nowheres of Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Um, I really want to give a shout out to Craig Haney, who was an associate producer on this because he came through with a lot of locations.
yeah.
Um,
Salsa.
yep, Santa Salsa, the bar scene, his apartment we shoot at there a few times, Uh, yeah, yeah, that's kind of like Texas, like space, like his big hangout spaces in Craig's apartment.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, where else? I mean, there's also behind the
Yeah,
alleyways of
behind like
Warsaw.
stores, yeah, of
Yeah,
Wausau, and we got the fish store
yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's about it. Just like pretty much all over Long Island, like
Yeah.
any alley we that's local to us.
Yeah, I remember it was just kind of like out of pocket cash that we were giving these like locations to. Like it wasn't like, there wasn't like really any like contracts to be signed or something. Like, yeah, just give us $400 in cash and that's it.
Yeah.
Like it was just like there was
Perfect.
no like
Yeah.
negotiations or anything like that. Like I remember the Brooklyn Zoo where we shot the pet shop at, great place. The lady was just like, "Yeah, just give me whatever you want to give me." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And she goes, "Yeah, whatever." Like it
Yeah.
was like it was just great people and like it's interesting too. I was speaking to a producer recently who's like seen our films and stuff, and he goes, "Your films really highlight places of New York that aren't shown in films. Like, like you don't see these places in a lot of like New York based films.
Yeah, right.
We're showing like a whole other side of New York. Like this kind of like deep kind of like locations that like if you were a tourist you would never come across.
Oh
Um
yeah,
and I feel like that's really what makes these locations pop. I'm sure you would agree. Um
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's just like a whole lot of fun. What was your favorite location?
Favorite location? The Santa Salsa bar, I think,
Yeah.
was really cool. You know, it just fit the vibe of what we were going for. I think behind one of the stores in the beginning really set the tone
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that little alleyway, like sewer area.
Yeah, yeah, it was gross. We were fighting on top of like garbage, trash, and sludge.
Oh yeah.
That like white outfit that you when you first see Tex in, like I had to throw that shit away. You were like, "What? You threw that away?" I was like, "Dude, fucking gross, bro." I had vomit on it, like it was gross.
Such a good outfit.
It was a good fit. It was a really, really good fit. I felt like I was like a cartel leader in that
It's so
fit.
pulpy, you know, like
Yeah,
just
it is. And the
so
hat,
cartoonish and
yeah, the white hat too, was great. That I love that fit so much.
another
Um,
great thing about that location is that little bridge there. I like the bridge that
yeah,
overlooked it. Like that
yeah.
scene with you and Craig on there
It's
looked nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that shot too. It's crazy. Like this film is so winterized as well.
Yeah.
Like it feels it like I watch this movie and like it looks cold. It looks like, like you could feel like concrete, like, you could feel the skin scraping on concrete and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
when you watch this movie, like you could feel like that kind of cold pain in a lot of the scenes, I feel like.
Right. Yeah.
Um
I
and it
like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And there is like this, the really greenish kind of toxic um
Mhm.
color grading too that goes with it. It's just it's a really unique look, Rob, and I think, Chum is something that it's only you could make, you know? Like like of course it has its influences, but like it's
Mhm.
just from locations, the actors, the soundtrack, like it's a film that only Rob Rappa could have made, like
Hell yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
yeah,
Like with the people I know and the
yeah,
locations and
yeah.
the influences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, it's a low budget film,
Hmm.
and I think like that's what gives it so much flavor to when you're watching it, and makes it hit so much harder, is that it is like it's a low budget film, and it just feels like we kind of, picked up uh picked up a camera and just kind of sacrificed our bodies, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
just like
Just
went
bought
with
what we
it.
needed,
Yeah.
made it work, you know?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
bought that breakaway chair.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
work out, so we came up with a plan, just make it into a cross. Call
yeah, so you want to tell that story about the breakaway chair now that you mentioned it?
Yeah, sure. So I buy a prop online, breakaway chair, and I build it and we drive to Brooklyn with it and it's fine, but we touch it and it just falls apart on set.
Yeah.
So we
And
just
it took you hours. Let me interject here real quick, because you pick me up at my house, and we're on the way to Brooklyn, and the entire time you're like, yeah, dude, it spent me like 3 to 4 hours building this chair. It spent me 3 to 4 hours building that chair. And you're like, yo, man, just be careful back there with the chair. Just be careful back there with the chair. As
yeah.
soon as I don't even know if it was like a rehearsal or what, but as soon as I grabbed the chair, as soon as my character grabs the chair to swing it across Craig's back, the chair like
Breaks in the air, falls
breaks
apart.
in the air. Yeah,
Yeah.
it broke in the air. Like it didn't even like hit Craig's back. It just like it broke in the air. Like the
Yeah.
air broke it. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at it, and we just start cracking up.
Yeah.
And we're trying to rebuild it and everything, but it's obviously going to take us like 3 to 4 hours, and there's so many parts scattered all
Uh,
over the floor.
and at
Um,
this point, it's just broken in pieces, like some of it.
yeah. Oh,
So,
it was everywhere, and and so we're like cracking up. You got like a hot glue gun, you're
mm,
trying to like put it back together, and I was just like, dude, fuck it, let's just make it into a cross.
yeah. Got the Jesus loves you cross written across it, and
Yeah,
it worked out great. You know, I love that thud when it hits
great.
Craig.
Yeah, oh, it's great. Ow, what the fuck? Yeah, my
Yeah.
sister made me that. That hits so hard. Listen, like if you haven't seen the movie, watching it, it's still gonna hit because it's so funny. Like it's just such like an awkward scene, and the energy is so chaotic, but it works so well. It's
Yeah.
perfect. It's great. Um, what would you say, like, you mentioned that story. What's like another story from set that you would say is your favorite?
Oh man, there's a lot of good ones. Well, yeah, the gigantic story that was pretty special. Just
Right.
like, but what else? Um, I guess dealing with some of the extras was like pretty funny.
Yeah.
At Craig's apartment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, it was great because they never acted before too,
Yeah,
and they weren't even like, I can't even say that they're extras, because it was more like principal, like they were like talking in the film and stuff. They were like legit characters in the film.
yeah.
Um, yeah, the one actor, Filthy, who plays Frankenstein in the movie, which was
Oh yeah,
we came,
crazy
yeah,
coincidence that
yeah,
his name's Filthy.
yeah,
First of
because
all,
your character's name is Filthy.
yeah.
Um,
But
he
we
was,
named him Frankenstein.
yeah, we named him Frankenstein when we were editing the credits. We didn't have a name for him on that. But he was his character is so funny. His
Oh,
character is
so
funny.
fucking
Yeah.
funny. Like,
Um yeah, I would say my favorite story from set. I don't know if I have a favorite, but I'll say this. There's the Santa salsa scene when we're shooting the bar scene. That morning you were so sick, you
oh
know.
yeah,
And I got sick after that scene. I literally got sick later that evening. I don't
yeah.
even think you gave it to me. I think it was just like I just got sick. And um
It was a
we're
cold winter day,
oh,
a lot of
so
people were sick probably.
yeah, it was so cold. It was like it was what? It was like when did we start shooting that? At like maybe like 4 in the morning or something like that. And I remember I brought out Dayquil for you to take.
Yeah.
Um and so we're driving to the location and we keep going in circles and I'm like Rob, where the fuck are we going? And you were like so out of it, you just kept missing the exit on the LIE.
Oh
And
shit.
and the GPS just kept bringing you around in circles, but I don't even think you had like the voice on or something, so you
Oh
were
yeah.
like
Yeah,
unaware.
I
I
don't
was
do
like,
the
I was like,
voice.
we just keep going around in fucking circles, dog. I was like, we've been on this road like 8 times. Um, that was pretty great. Yeah, I mean, there was just so many like every day, like one thing that I had a pet beaver. I had like a
Oh
puppet,
yeah.
beaver puppet, and Rob fucking hated the beaver. The beaver was like terrorizing people on set. He was just being an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, the beaver was a little, he was a little bit of a dick, but
Yeah. He wanted a role in the movie. You were giving everybody else the role in the movie, but you didn't want to give the beaver puppet a role.
me and him are friends now though. Like
Oh,
we
okay.
got along.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he wants to be in the next one. He wants a role.
He gave me a smooch on the lips, so
He
now
did
we're
give
good.
you, yeah, he did give you a smooch on the lips. He did do that. Um, all right. My next question is, what do you want people to take away from Chum? Like, how do you want Chum to be remembered?
I just want Chum to be a fun, adventurous throwback.
Mhm.
Like I want people to remember it as a good throwback that it's just like something you want to throw on once in a while that you think is just a fun little little like quest that these roadies go on. And it's just fun entertainment. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Um, yeah, I think like you said, it does feel like a throwback. It feels like to a part of cinema that is like long gone. Um,
Yeah.
I it's a dirty kind of film and you don't really get like a lot of dirty films nowadays. Like you see, a lot of films come out and they're just very clean, digital, flat looking movies. And I think, films like Chum and my films are kind of just like something to kind of just bring you back to that grindhouse kind of dirtiness and grittiness and yeah, I mean I think Chum does that pretty well. Um but yeah, Rob, you got any closing words? Any
Um,
any piece of advice for the youngsters?
let me see. I got nothing. Peace,
Yeah,
love, and happiness.
stay in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. It was great talking to you. Chum comes out on July 24th on Cranked Up TV, along with our Christmas film that Rob directed too, Curbed. So stay tuned. Thanks, Rob, for chatting today.
Oh yeah, man.